Hello, I'm Steiner, and tonight we're at the Senior Center in Winslow Township, New Jersey. Now here's our keynote speaker, Donald Norcross, Congressman.
I am very proud of the person that I now call my congressman and our congressman here today, and that is Congressman Donald Norcross.
Thank you, Jeffrey. First and foremost, Jeffrey, thank you for that invitation. And it recalls the commercial that ran back in October, where it says there are 211 attorneys in Congress, but there's only one electrician. Now, I got a brother who's an attorney and a daughter. I had to go home and talk to them, kind of smooth things out. The point we were trying to make is diversity comes in many shapes and sizes. And I bring a particular view that wasn't real typical in Washington. Senator Booker and I met with Gold Star families last Friday. We had Melinda King, who lost her son Jeremy in 2010. And then we had Jack and Judith Young, who lost their son back in 1983 with the Beirut bombing of the Marine barracks, almost 32 years ago. Jack still couldn't talk about it. He never made that transition. She heads up something called the Gold Star Family and has been using that pain for good. But we were asking, what can we do as a country to help? And we were going through a number of things that were going on. One of them is access to counseling, not where you have to drive 3 hours, something close. And it was remarkable. Sal Corma, who went to West Point, lieutenant in the Army, that my predecessor, Rob Andrews, recommended to go to West Point, was killed in action. And he is going through the Pentagon process to see if he is going to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor. Sal went to karate school with my kids. It becomes very personal. And on the President of the United States desk right now, because the Senate passed on Friday, is a bill to name the post office in Deptford after Sal Corma. We have so much courage as a country to come together. For those who put on the uniform, a remarkable amount of courage. But it's also courage to seek the peace. I sit on the Budget Committee, and I was honored to be selected to sit on the House Armed Services Emerging Threats Committee, where, if you can imagine it, we're reviewing it. We get regular intelligence briefings from around the world, and causes me to sleep with one eye open. When I was at Arlington, and this brings it back around, because there's a lot of rhetoric going on of which people should be allowed in this country and which shouldn't. The fact that our country is founded on the principle, whatever your religion is your religion. When they were asking people to die for their country, they didn't ask them if they were a Muslim, Buddhist, Jewish, Christian. We were just Americans. I take that principle very seriously. My parents instilled in me the sense of giving back to community service. I take that very seriously in what I do. Prior to coming into Congress, I ran a small organization called UOSS. You might know it as First Call for Help. We brought that up when I was part of that organization. And that's the premise for what we're doing here today. All levels of government. Barry from the local, who has done what a remarkable job of turning Winslow into this thriving economic engine. And you heard the numbers, but more importantly, that means jobs, that people can take care of their family. The best social program is a good job, and Barry does a pretty damn good job at it. And then we have the freeholders, we have the state assembly, and we have the federal government. Because I found it very frustrating when you get asked the question, it's not me, you have to go see somebody else. We're all here today. So we're going to do our best to try to get that answer for you. Does anybody know what it's like to try to survive on minimum wage? You don't survive. You turn to government for more programs. So 40 years ago, the average wage between the average line worker and the CEO was about 30 times. Okay, relative number. Anybody want to guess what it is today? 300 times. The money is out there. Minimum wage has been kept artificially low. We want to bring that up by $1 a year till it makes it to $15 an hour, and then index it for inflation. Common sense issue. The other thing is, here's a really hard concept. Women should get paid exactly what men do if they do the same job. Tough concept that we haven't been able to figure out. It's going to be an interesting year. It's our 4-year cycle where we reevaluate where we are as a nation and choose a new leader. This is unlike any year I've ever been involved in. That's not an understatement. Sheriff Wilson and I went down last year because of the 50th anniversary of the Voting Rights Act. And to see John Lewis walk over the same bridge that he was beaten by those state troopers with the President of the United States was a moment I will never forget. To show how far our country came in those 50 years. Yet how far we have to go if you turn on the TV in the last week. We cannot sit by and let others make that decision. Those 400,000 markers at Arlington and the rest of our country was so we could have this great democracy. It is our solemn responsibility to make sure that we participate in that. I want to thank you for participating in this great democracy. Thank you very much.